Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines here. XRP targeted in a $15 billion hack attack. We're going to get into that. Ripple headed to Davos in the World Economic Forum, while XRP is praised as a bridge currency, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about the Basil III rules. We're going to talk about it. Central banks and governments here. And how about this? XRP, could it be in a breakout in 8-week countdown? We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, it's $1.77 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. The market is up 0.1% in the last 24. We see Bitcoin 42,600 plus, 2,500 plus for Ethereum right now, and Tether market cap is 95 billion plus. At the number 6 spot is 57-cent XRP. It's up 0.4 on the 24-hour and up 2% on the 7-day. The range of price very quickly here. 57 cents on the bottom, 59 on the top. We're closer to the bottom of that price range. We'll keep an eye on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Franklin, precious metals, gold, silver, whatever you want, physical gold bars, physical gold coins, whatever you want, they have it. And I tell you, you're going to be able to talk to a really nice, knowledgeable staff who knows exactly what you need to know about buying and owning precious metals, physical gold in your hands. This is a great time to do it, and this video is going to be a great time to understand why you should consider doing it for yourself, because we are witnessing the greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind. Now, all you have to do is email info@milesfranklin.com. But in the subject box, if you want the best prices and attention, you want to put DIG Gold, D-I-G Gold, and tell them I said to come on in. Yeah. Right here it starts, ladies and gentlemen. Tether USDT. Stablecoin has become one of the most prominent payment methods for money laundering and scams in Southeast Asia, the United Nations warned in a report on Monday. Not what you want to have said about your project. Now, is it? We'll see. I remind everybody that, we understand that the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, and the Secret Service are now in partnership with the USD Tether. Keep that in mind. Don't forget that one. That's a big piece of information. And here's another little tidbit. The Secret Service was originally created as an agency to chase down counterfeiters of U.S. dollars. So there's that. Now let's listen to this quick clip here from Tony from Thinking Crypto and James Seifert on spot Bitcoin ETFs and spot XRP ETFs.
I believe he was on Bloomberg. Stephen McClurg, Valkyrie Chief Investment Officer, he made a statement that, look, after this Bitcoin spot ETF is approved, later down the line, we could see an Ethereum or a XRP ETF. Do you think that happens sometime later this year, given that we're headed into that bull market?
I knew this question was coming from you because we always talk about this. Look, I think so I've been telling everyone the way I view it is Bitcoin and Ethereum are off on a pedestal on their own for possibly getting approved this year. The only remote possibility would, I guess, be XRP, but I think that's not happening this year because unless the court case is completely done, right? They're still challenging this in court, right? It's not completely done. The SEC is literally fighting against Ripple in court. So, and not to mention part of the reason why I think we'll get Ethereum and why I think we're getting Bitcoin, hopefully that tweet doesn't change anything, and why I think we're getting Ethereum is that we have futures already trading on the CME that are regulated by the CFTC, which is a regulated market. And then we have the futures ETFs, which also are kind of like pushing this thing along as well. So we don't have any of that for Ripple. So like I would take like way under on 2024, maybe 2025, but we get regulatory clarity out of the courts on how XRP or Ripple is going to be handled. But yeah, I think no shot in 2024 personally, but I guess crazier things are happening. I haven't, to be honest, been paying super close attention to what's going on that front. But what I've been saying for the most part is Anything other than Bitcoin or Ethereum, we likely need a little act of Congress or like a change of administration or some serious big time court decision to get these things across the line to get any other sort of asset class or digital asset into a Bitcoin wrapper or into an ETF wrapper. Geez, I'm sorry.
No, great point. And I remember you mentioned that it has that usually the process has been the futures get approved first, then. So that's a great point.
It is a great point, and shout out to both of those gentlemen for getting together. And if I just could, I absolutely love the work that James Seifert does, but if we could just get a little more clear the difference between Ripple, the company, and XRP, the digital asset, it would be greatly appreciated. Nevertheless, love what James does. He's super smart and glad he's in this space, no doubt about it. All right, let's take a look at this because this is big right here. And thank goodness it didn't happen. Half of the circulating supply of XRP was sent to Bitfinex. Well, not exactly, but shout out to Ian for letting us know that we alert put that out. Bitfinex CEO reveals a failed hacking attempt using the XRP ledger. Nearly $15 billion in XRP was targeted, ladies and gentlemen. That means half of the supply, essentially, in the escrow here is what they were going for, it sounds like. Recently revealed by Paolo Orduno, and it says that there was an attempt to exploit their system using a feature of the XRP ledger. The hackers attempt to move nearly $15 billion in XRP. Half of the XRP's total value was noticed. However, the attempt was unsuccessful, and the actual transaction was just a few cents of XRP. The attempt failed because the sender didn't have enough money to carry out the transactions. The aim was likely to trick Bitfinex into thinking the transfer was real, which could lead to a hack. Bitfinex's system recognized the transfer as a partial payment, a feature in the XRP ledger where payments can be reduced. Orduno mentioned on social media that the attack tried to use the partial payments exploit, but failed. Partial payments are meant to return payments cheaply, but can be misused if a financial organization thinks the full amount in a payment field is always received. The organization can be tricked into losing the money. So, they didn't do it. It didn't happen, but they tried, and it's one more, I think, real life example about how the XRP ledger is built and designed. And you know what? I don't find it to be a mistake, and I'm not a fan of the WEF, but we do have to recognize that the global elites participate in the WEF, and if you want to be relevant in the current state of the world right now, you need to be a part and recognized and participate in the WEF, and Ripple is doing exactly that. Despite a bear market, institutional interest in blockchain and Web3 has accelerated in the past year, particularly among large financial institutions, banks, and asset managers. President Long said crypto wants inside. And I think they're going to get inside too. And that's what we're going to take the conversation to right now. Josh Hopperman, vice president of Forrester, has praised XRP as a bridge currency, thus highlighted the striking qualities of XRP in this new financial system. Now take a look at this. It says here, products provide liquidity of cross-border payments by leveraging XRP, the digital asset, as a bridge currency, according to Mr. Ashish Burla, For example, Qualix is a non-bank financial institution and is now using XRapid. You know that this is older language when they hear XRapid, right? Make payments from the U.S. to Mexico. Qualix send money and payment in U.S. dollars and gets converted to XRP. You know the drill, how all of this works, right? So that is really being recognized there. Now, what is Forrester? So Forrester is a consulting firm, marketing agency, right? So whether they're working with Ripple or not in their objectives, I don't know. But that is what Josh Hopperman thinks of the asset itself. Now, maybe Forrester's a part of this campaign going on in the UK and other places like Dubai, and now in the subway of Wall Street in New York City. And what is clear to me, whether Forrester's helping them or not, they certainly recognize what the use of XRP is for. And we certainly see, whether Forrester's working with them or not, who is Ripple targeting? Every financial center of the world. the UK, Singapore, Dubai, New York. You get it. We get it. Things are changing very quickly. Just like this. You remember we've covered Basil III multiple times on this channel, and all banks failing to meet Basil III standards designed to ensure integrity of their assets are set to face closure. Now, could this become the catalyst for the upcoming financial system and the global bridge currency XRP? Sound futuristic? Sound outlandish? But is it? You know, when we look at this, we understand that there is a deadline that's looming here. From American Media Group, they break down the financial crisis and the call for a currency reset. Now, I'm going to get into the rest of this inside the Freedom Zone today, and I encourage you to join me because we are going to peel this thing back. I'm going to tell you that right now. Currency reset. There's other stuff to go with it. We're going to get into it. But let's take a look at the last part of this clip here, and we only need like 30 seconds of it.
You rely on cheap energy, and when you come and
here we
ask
go.
us
It's
for a
coming
tax
in right
break
now.
Or for reasonable regulations.
This is for Basil III Endgame.
Crypto was also a big topic of this hearing today. Senator Warren pressed a lot of these CEOs about the role of crypto and how it's utilized by terrorist organizations. Jamie Dimon said that he would close down crypto if he was the government. Of course, these banks have a vested interest in trying to close down crypto because then that would mean more money would be funneling through their institutions. Lydia?
Pretty simple, isn't it? Because that would mean more money would be flowing through their institutions. Well, it's pretty easy to figure out why Jamie Dimon doesn't like crypto, right? But the reality is Jamie Dimon knows they have the JPM coin, right? Jamie Dimon knows that they're a large holder, if not one of the central holders of Ethereum. So it's all a play to position themselves to be in control, right? To have power over what is going to happen. But this is why I've asked, because Basil III has two different groupings that they put for crypto assets. Group 1, fulfilling classification conditions, is a Group 1A and Group 1B. Group 1A is tokenized traditional assets, real world assets tokenized, stocks, bonds, derivatives, you get it. The capital requirements at least equivalent to those of traditional assets with further consideration for capital add-ons. So in other words, either 1-to-1 or a surplus backing these stocks, bonds, derivatives. Group 1B, crypto assets with a stabilization mechanism, which could be a 1-to-1 peg to a dollar, 1-to-1 peg to a peso, that kind of thing. But the question remains, new guidance on application of current rules to capture the risk related to stabilization mechanism. Now, a peg could be a stabilization mechanism, but what we don't have the answer to is, can liquidity pools and automated market makers be considered a stabilization mechanism that helps to provide a very tight trading range? If you have these liquidity pools, you don't have to trade off the buy and sell walls off the exchanges. Now, do you? Group 2 crypto assets that do not qualify as Group 1A or B, example, Bitcoin, new conservative prudential treatment based on a 1,250% risk-weighted applied to maximum of long and short positions. In other words, if I hold $100 of something, I'm going to need to have $1,250 for the risk weight. Now, what do you think about that? You don't have to be a banker or a financier. I'm certainly not. And if this drummer can understand it, I know everybody else is getting it. What bank in the world is going to want to use XRP if it falls in the same category as Bitcoin? None of them. I don't want to hold 1,250% on top of what I need to use every day. That is screaming, don't touch it. Now, the other reason that we consider the question of asking how XRP could possibly become a stable coin because of these highlighted things here. Can the automated market maker and liquidity pools create a new characteristic and integrity of the XRP ledger and how it operates to qualify in the standards here provided for Basil III and the world banking system? And then the question is this, and I know that there's plenty of YouTube influencers that every time we touch this, they start attacking us, the crypto Twitter police, right? But you know what? If they're attacking us, they're attacking the World Bank too. They're telling us that we don't have a right to discuss these things, even in the face of the World Bank declaring that stablecoins for cross-border payment include XRP and Stellar Lumens XLM. And as long as they're talking about it, you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to talk about it. And I don't give a damn what they think. But this is about flushing out answers for all of us. Speaking about flushing out answers, what could the next 8 weeks flush out for XRP and all of us? I have no idea, but I'm here for it. Will it be $1.20, $5, $14, $15? I don't know the answer, but we are hearing a lot of different numbers floating around. Will it be zero? Remember, all investments can go to zero. I don't believe this one will, but that's not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. And I hope that you will go to digperspectives.com, click on the Freedom Zone, and join us inside for the rest of the conversation that's going on today. You're going to want it. We'll see you inside the Freedom Zone. I'll catch all of you on the next one.